All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Barakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim, I preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Lord willing, from one of your houses. This is Brother Quana Watt, come back at you, Lord will, with an edifying lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will, it is straight to the point. But I was just doing, doing some studying, man, and, it was writing some lessons down, man, and, ultimately, one thing led to another. I was jumping from, one title and putting precepts on that lesson together, and, another title popped in my head, and, which is this lesson we're doing now, which is, this is a Stoic path, which when you go into that word Stoic, right, in the online etymology, it says a person who can endure pain or hardship without showing feeling or complaint. And that's really, the name of the game, right? Is being able to endure. Matthew's 24th chapter, right, the 13th verse, that he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, So really that's the name of the game, is to be able to endure, But, it ultimately is, a step further, right, when you're able to endure, right, and not complain, about, what you have to endure, man, because realistically, that's really not of us, right? Because again, we're called to be soldiers, of Yahweh Bashim El Shah, and that's not ultimately, a soldier's mindset, man, right? Soldier doesn't complain, man. He just ultimately deals with, what, he has to deal with, man. And our forefathers, ultimately knew that, man. So I got this, right, that I want to read in Philippians, the second chapter, and it's beautiful because I want to grab in the NLT, and the header for this chapter, right, is having the attitude of Hamashiach, right? So, first and foremost, right, Yahweh Shah wasn't complaining, Yahweh Shah didn't complain about, the agony that he was going through, right? He was just going through it, man, Yahweh, of course, Yahweh Shah, he prayed to the Father to take it away, but he knew he was going to go through that, and while he was going through it, he wasn't complaining, man. We have to ultimately gird up ourselves, with that same mindset, right, that Yahweh Shai had, as the scriptures tell us to, but dropping down Philippians 2, and I'll start at verse 14. It says, all right, the point is in verse 14, it says, do everything without complaining and arguing, man, right? So we can't be out here complaining, man, Again, going back, to that word Stoic, and the online etymology, it says a person who can endure pain or hardship without showing feeling or complaining, And again, this is a Stoic walk. We can't be out here complaining, man, We just ultimately, take, right, because we're going to catch more L's, in this truth, right, than we are going to, ultimately, catch little wins, right? We're going to catch more L's. So, if you constantly harbor, harping on, every situation, that you're really not going to get over them, man. And that could lead to your downfall, man. So, ultimately, take that L, right? Ultimately pray to the Lord that He reveal, the lesson unto you that you need to learn, and if the Lord ultimately sees fit, right, that you ultimately learn a lesson, and well, guess what, man? Then learn that lesson and move on, man. And yeah, of course, sometimes, the situations that we're in, aren't the best, right? They're not the easiest to, ultimately make it through. But again, that's part of being a warrior, man. Part of being a soldier of Hamashiach Yahushai, man. You're going to be put up against, and put in situations that are hard, right? You might catch a few cuts, scrapes and bruises and so on and so forth, man. But you ultimately got to take those L's and keep on pushing. That again, that's part, of this walk. That's part of, this path that the Lord ultimately called us to be on, you know. I want to grab this as well, and I don't want to make this too long, man, but I just want to, ultimately, and this is really, a reminder, for myself as well, first and foremost, right, because I'm out here speaking it, but again, it's a reminder, to myself, and, and Lord will, an edifying lesson and tidbit for those, right, who might be just coming in this truth, man, because I'm a young man as well, and there's a lot of things that I can learn, on this path, man, so really, again, this lesson is mainly, just for myself to give me a reminder, but also for those, who can ultimately, use this knowledge, man, to grow in this truth. But I want to grab this. It's 2 and 3. Slack, yeah, bear with me. This is First Timothy's chapter. Hold on. Let me find it real quick. This blue light on this phone, this other phone I'm using is pretty slow. Slack, yeah, man. This damn phone, man. God, this is this is why it's lucky. I got my parallels mixed up. It's supposed to be this is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Slakia was switch. Satan, man, want to switch it to the NIV and NLT when I had my parallels KJV and NLT. So Slakia for that, man. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahushua." And we go back into that word stoic, man. Being able to endure pain or hardships, man. Without complaining. So again, the Lord called us to be soldiers, man, and that means, right, having that stoic mentality. That stoic mentality, not complaining, not arguing, right, just ultimately going through it, man, and knowing that this is just part of the lot, right? This is ultimately what we were called to do, and really it'll help you in the long run, man. Just help you just boom, go through it, boom, go to the next one, rather than just sitting there harping on the situation, So, that's, again, this is part of the lot, the walk, man, being stoic, not complaining about the things that we have to go through, but just, biting down, and bearing through it, man. Yahweh Shai did, man, our main example. Right? Yahweh Shai, bear down and went through it, man. He didn't complain about it. He knew he had to go through it, just like we know we have to go through it, man. This is part of the walk. It's Salakia. I had to take a phone call, brother called. Yeah, man, right? We have to understand, the Yahweh Shai, he didn't complain, man, right? He's the greatest example that we have, even Job, Job, perfect example as well, right? Under Yahweh Shai, the next example, to Yahweh Shai, and he said, what, man? He was going through all day, lost his family, right? He lost all that, man. What did he say, right? His woman, ultimately told him to curse the Most High and die, but he said, hey, woman, shall we now receive good at the hand of the Lord and not evil? So he didn't complain, man. He didn't complain not once, man. So we have many examples, right? As the scriptures say, look to the generations of old, man. We do that by reading these accounts, man. And envisioning, what their situations are, man, and how they acted, right? Hey, they weren't complaining, man. It's not in us, right? It's not part of our culture, man. Right, to sit here and just complain about shit, man. Really, that's part of being a man. So really, it's speaking to brothers, that are coming in, that are just coming in, or even young men such as myself that might need to hear this, man. And we need to adapt, that stoic mindset, man. That's part of being a soldier, man. But that's all I really got, man. I didn't want to make it, make this too long, man. Just wanted to touch on that point, you know. So Lord will was edifying, Lord will is straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakam Wadash. Double honor to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone. To next time I say shalom.